Okay, so I can tell you, I have spent a lot of money on sandpaper, but that pales in comparison to what we've actually achieved from um, basically a day and a half's worth of work here working on some of the wood. So we've had a lot of different types of wood and a lot of different colors and things. These are some of the floor joists that you see right here from the red brick house where I've run it through the thickness sander. You can see the color is really, really dark. These, of course, were up underneath the house, which looks different because of the age and stuff in there. Love that color. Love that completely. And I have, these are just scratching the surface on some of these. So these are big pieces that we have. You can see how it looked beforehand and love the color. These, of course, were 2x4s that we cut down. We're going to end up laminating these together to make an island. Um, our island is going to be definitely different because I think it's going to be close to 8 foot by 4 foot. And we're going to have a downdraft stove that's going to go into that. So it's going to end up having basically a 30-inch wing on each side of the stove and then another 24-inch overhang. So we'll be able to have chairs. There's no space really for a formal table. So our island is going to have seating for, say, 4 people on one side. And then we can have some chairs to go on the ends as well. So you could actually have 6 people and they can be around the stove. Now, basically, this would be, for example, like what the island will be like. The stove would be right here. Behind us, we'll have 3 feet of space, and we'll have an oven microwave that'll be built into like a pantry cabinet. We'll have, I think I may make the cabinets a little bit narrower just to give us a little more space, maybe 20 inches on this side. It'll be great to have the coffee makers or mixing stuff on there. You don't need to have that full depth there. I think it'll work out good. And then we'll have another 3.5 feet on the other side for the chairs and for people to be able to sit at. But this will be the main work area right here. You'll have space on each side of the stove. Be that as it may, we have all of this wood here that's going to become, some of this will become the countertop. We have actually one already there that we ended up making just as a test piece. We may use that, and we may use that to make like shelves that will go on each side of the kitchen sink. So we'll have basically, when you look through into the kitchen, you'll see the island with the stove, and then you'll see a farm sink, and you'll see the shelving, which will have some nice things on it. But check this out. So with the work that we've done here, I have all kinds of random sizes and thicknesses of antique heart pine. This stuff is invaluable. Now, this piece is actually not from the red brick house. This is actually from a house that was built in 1830 in Culpeper. This was interior. You can see the color is a little bit different than that. And this was actually a part of the door jamb. This was interior, so you see the color difference here. These pieces were actually part of the roofing system. So this ended up getting more heat and cold because of the location. So you've got different colors of the antique heart pine, but you look at that, there's not a lot of nail holes in there. That is actually beautiful. This might end up becoming actually a sign. But we're going to use this stuff to help build our island. I may or may not make all of the door fronts and stuff out of the antique heart pine. I may end up just doing the island with the antique heart pine to make that the feature point, and then we may do the cabinetry and end up having that painted a color, maybe a blue or something like that to give it a different look, because it's going to be hard to make a lot of really wide doors with the stock that I have, and I want to do some other things with the wood because this wood is literally invaluable. But when we go through, because this is going to be such a big countertop, my planer will only go 15 inches. The machine over here will only go 24. We're going to make the countertop in sections. So what I'll do is I'll glue up a couple of 12-inch wide, 13-inch wide pieces that will cut for each end of the countertop. Okay, because we'll need basically, 30 inches on each side, 24. And then we're going to need the main length, which will be 8 foot long. That'll be 24. So we'll do like a 12 inch and a 12 inch and be able to put those together 8 foot long. and then we'll do 2 pieces that are 30 by 24, and then eventually we'll get down there and we'll end up laminating it all together. But you can see how thick we're going to make this. This is going to be really thick, and it's going to be a very, very heavy, solid piece. But that's what I want. When you look at this, I want this to be the focal point of the red brick house. And for me, I think it's kind of cool that wood that was supporting the kitchen for all those years, never being seen, now will come to light. And it's kind of it's kind of heartwarming to take something that most people thought was trash. I mean, look at this. Look at this one piece right here. Again, this was a piece of the roof wood that we took out when we ended up opening it up for the heating and air conditioning. That, my friends, is 13 inches wide. It's about as heavy as it can be, and all the nails that were in there. This was one of the roof rafters right here. Look at how beautiful and tight grained that is, and pristine that piece of wood is. 200 years old. I gotta say that, you know, it's humbling to think that something could literally last this long. And I have a lot more of this that I'm going to work on saving to reuse. And I think I can't look at this stack right here. Boom! I forgot. I didn't even notice that I still had this stack right here. Good Lord! This stack that's right here. I have these pieces right here. These are the longer pieces I need for the butcher block top. The 1-bys. Yeah, it's a treasure trove, to say the least. Well, I hope you all are having a great day. I am getting ready tomorrow to get back down to the red brick house and do some more work. You see, we've got the insulation on the truck. God, boy, did I get a steal on that. Boy, did I get a steal. Their mistake is my gain. They unfortunately had left the signs up. That's supposed to be $29. It's supposed to be $29 a roll here. Okay, these are short rolls. It's not a lot of square footage. It's only 30 square foot a roll, which is why I needed 30 of them. But they're supposed to be $29 a piece. They had a sign up there that said that they were on clearance for $16, but that was a different one, but they honored it. So right here, we saved about $500 on the wall insulation. It's $500 we can put towards something else. I'm Mark Holmes, and well, this is Broke Ass Media, and our broke ass is trying to save this 200-year-old house, and we're penny pinching everywhere we can to make sure it happens. I'll see you guys soon.